What is good, geekers? Your boy's back with another video. Still kind of sick. It doesn't matter. But look, we got some news. Watched NXT No Mercy last night. Banger of a pay-per-view. Gilly or Julia, I don't know how to pronounce her name. I know she's a good wrestler, but she's also fine shit. So I'm excited about that. I'm assuming WrestleMania is gonna talk about Bash in Berlin. Banger, PLE. I said pay-per-view. PLE as well. We got Bloodline are absent, fan arrested, whatever. Let's get it, man. Like, comment, sub. Come on.
WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a huge WWE debut, a real reason the entire Bloodline has been absent recently, WWE superstars are keeping silent backstage, did Triple H sandbag a WWE star's push, a WWE fan arrested at Bash in Berlin, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out new videos on WrestleMania XL. Now let's do the intro and get straight into our first news. Now our first story looks at a huge WWE debut, and No Mercy ended with a dynamic debut as Japanese superstar Julia made her long-awaited arrival in the WWE. She confronted NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez after Perez threw back the challenge of Wendy Chu. The 22-year-old
Wendy
Perez
Chu? I think he meant what's her face? Jada Parker. Jada Parker was also fine shit as well. But that match was fire. But I saw a tweet. Forgot who tweeted it, but they were just saying like it's crazy how at her young age, she may be like 22, Roxanne, but like how they're putting the title on her and like how she's leading these women in these matches, and then she's going up against, one of the biggest names in, women's wrestling, Gilia. Like, she's literally holding that women's division down. You feel me? Hold on, you ain't crying. You ain't gonna keep crying around me, I promise you. I'm shutting that all down. Anyways, yeah. Roxanne, she's one of the ones. Gilia versus Roxanne, who's gonna win? I don't know. Gilly is tough though, and she fine shit.
On a roll ever since her 2022 debut in the WWE's developmental territory with 2 NXT Women's Championships and a run with the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship under her belt. Julia tweeted a video of her debut commenting, "I'm here to see you, Roxanne Perez, to my new place, #NXT." Triple H praised Julia, tweeting, "No doubt Julia is an absolute star with a bright future in WWE. What a time to be a part of NXT's women's division." There's speculation that Julia is on the fast track to the women's title and that once she wins the title, Roxanne Perez will head to the main roster. Whatever the case, Julia's debut is just a beginning as the WWE has more international female stars on the way. Next up, a title change in heel turn at No Mercy. NXT No Mercy was another wild show for fans that also saw new tag team champions crowned and a post-match heel turn. Axiom and Nathan Frazier defeated Ridge Holland and Andre Chase, winning the tag titles. Holland was none too pleased and attacked everyone from Chase, and attacked everyone with the exception of Thea Hale. Ironically, this wasn't the turn fans expected, with WrestleTalk noting for months a breakup between Frazier and Axiom had been teased, and during the match, Axiom inadvertently kicked Frazier in the face, knocking him out. As NXT fans know, a title win doesn't preclude a breakup, as seen when Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez won the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship, only for Jade to betray Perez the following week. Next up, the reason the entire Bloodline had been absent.
Let's talk about it.
If you're wondering why Jey Uso and the rest of the Bloodline weren't at Saturday's Bash in Berlin PLE, well, although WWE only books a handful of matches, Jey Uso wasn't even backstage, leading to questions why. Well, it turns out main event Jey was elsewhere, paying his last respects to his Uncle Arthur Anoa'i. Jey told fans where he was via Instagram, posting a photo of himself wearing a button honoring his legendary uncle. But Jey wasn't the only high-profile superstar absent from the show. The entire Bloodline were nowhere to be found on SmackDown, and according to the Wrestling Observer, the reason that there was no Bloodline segment on SmackDown is because much of the family went home for Arthur's funeral, which took place this weekend. Now, although the Bloodline are usually a big draw, it never hurts to give superstars time off so fans appreciate their appearances more. At the same time, the WWE's roster is so deep that there's plenty of talent capable of entertaining the fans, as seen by the matches on Friday's SmackDown. Next up, WWE superstars are keeping silent backstage. Janelle Grant's lawsuit against Vince McMahon, Laurinaitis, and
Oh yeah,
WWE
this
has been a
the question
prominent
at
topic in the
press
news and
conference.
online, so why aren't the WWE's various superstars sharing their opinions on things? The answer is obvious to anyone following the story, but Cody Rhodes had this to say after Bash in Berlin. In terms of the locker room being quiet or silent, it may be. I don't think that's a matter of belief versus non-belief. I think it's strictly speaking, we want to be doing what we're doing out there, and the focus and attention it takes for 13,149 people to have a great story and match and do that every single night has left most of us where we're finding the information out just as you are. According to Rhodes, WWE talent is waiting to see how things play out. And that includes the resolution of this information in terms of what happened, how it happened, and how justice comes about, whatever it may be. I would look at it as an active attempt to the locker room to be silent in the sense we just are doing what we do day-to-day WWE business.
Yeah, no shade to that reporter, journalist, whatever. I just don't think that was the best question. I mean, shout out to him to try to get some dirt or whatever, but like, do you really think that somebody's gonna, risk their job or opportunity by, having an opinion on the situation? Because if some wrestler does come out with an opinion on the situation, whether it's good or bad, I mean, I don't think they're really even supposed to be talking about it. Like, nobody knows whatever. It's it's he said, she said at this point. It's allegations, so, like, nobody really knows, anything. Except for Vince McMahon or Brock Lesnar or whatever's going on. I don't know, but just, weird question, bro. Weird question.
While Cody's take on things may be accurate, rumor has it that WWE's locker room has been told to keep quiet about the case. Even though Vince McMahon and Laurinaitis are long gone from WWE, the company itself seems to be taking no chances. This is evident from Brock Lesnar's continued absence from the WWE, and while this is speculation, the WWE's active talent likely know they have nothing to gain and a lot to lose if they share their thoughts on the lawsuit. Just imagine what could happen if one or more superstars imply or claim that they knew about alleged misdoings like the ones Janelle Grant is claiming. Although active superstars aren't discussing anything related to the suit, that hasn't stopped other wrestlers from sharing their opinion on Vince. What do you guys think of Cody's answer? Do you think he was being sincere, or was he covering for a possible unofficial backstage policy silencing superstars? Next up, Terror Twins plans. It looks like Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest beat down on the Judgment Day's Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio at Bash in Berlin. It's just the start of their plans for their former faction mates. Wrestle Talk reports that the Terror Twins cut a promo that appeared on WWE's Instagram page, promising, "Hey Judgment Day, that's just the beginning. We are not done with you. We are coming for you all. We're your reckoning." Rhea Ripley still has to get a WWE Women's Championship back, a title that the Eradicator never lost in the ring. As for Damian Priest, he undoubtedly has a major beatdown planned for Finn Balor, whose interference at SummerSlam cost Priest the World Heavyweight Championship. Are you guys enjoying the current feud between the Judgment Day and its former members, or is it now time to move on?
See, here's the thing. They've been pushing these Terror Twins hard. I mean, I get it. Rhea, former world champion, one of the strongest women's champions. Damian, same thing. And yes, Liv and Dom are the chicken, shit heels. But, like, I was expecting Dom to take the pin. Liv Morgan's the world champion. And she got pinned. I don't know how I feel about that. If Rhea's going to pin Liv, at Bash in Berlin, at Bad Blood when they have their match, Liv should win. Because you're damn near squashing her. You have her pin her twice in a row. Clean. Like, clean. Liv beat her. Because off a chair and whatever, blah, blah, blah. So Liv better win that Bad Blood. That's all I'm saying, bro. They've been pushing these Terror Twins OD.
Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, WWE planning to revisit a legendary series. Could the WWE fans see a main roster sequel to Gunther and Ilya Dragunov's many epic feuds on the independent circuit, NXT UK and NXT? WRKD Wrestling is reporting WWE has taken notice of the excitement on social media regarding Gunther and Dragunov's house show match in Germany this week and plans on running the match again in the future. Fans familiar with both superstars' past rivalry have lobbied for the WWE to pull the trigger on the Gunther vs Dragunov program ever since Ilya debuted on the main roster. The WWE has teased confrontations between the two, but it may feel that there's no need to rush the program.
Yeah, for real.
You may recall they took a similar approach with Brock Lesnar and Gunther after Gunther's main roster debut, teasing confrontations but giving Gunther more time to get over.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, circumstances beyond WWE's control stymied what looked to be a dream match between the two in 2024. Gunther's impressive win over Randy Orton at Bash in Berlin has fans wondering what's next though for the ring general. Do you think they should book him versus Ilya, or is it too early? Next up, did Triple H sandbag a WWE star's push? And did Triple H sandbag Ricochet's push? While the former superstar runs with the United States and Intercontinental Championships, and for what it's worth he was the inaugural Speed Champion, many fans of the future of Flight were disappointed with how he was booked, often pointing out his pushes were inconsistent and short-lived. During an appearance on the Behind the Turnbuckle podcast, former WWE announcer Jonathan Coachman is weighing on why Ricochet never hit it big in WWE. I believe part of the reason he didn't make it in the WWE to the levels that a lot of people thought he would, Tommy, is because when you have Triple H who's the head guy, and Triple H his style was always storytelling. It was always hard matches that you really sell, the hair and all that. That was not Ricochet's style. It's a high spot after a high spot after a high spot. And I think for at least Triple H, and he's the end all be all, he just doesn't like that style on a major superstar. What do you guys think?
Which makes sense, bro. Listen to what he said. He said, big spot after big spot after big spot. That's that AEW shit. That's why he's there now. Look, I'm sorry, bro. I don't know too much about Ricochet when he was in New Japan, if he was there, or whatever other company, bro. But WWE is just a different game, bro. It's storytelling. You make us feel something. You just don't hit 50 moves in a row and then, pin the dude and it means nothing or whatever. Like, you really gotta storytell, bro. Like, Ricochet, he's a good talent, bro, but like, he just didn't have that aspect, bro. A lot of people talk about his promos, but what Coach just said there is like, I mean, you got to storytell. That's what WWE is, bro. The difference between AEW and WWE is storytelling, bro. AEW, I guess you guys can have that wrestling stuff, right? All the flippy moves and the moves that don't matter because you're hitting me with 4 finishers, but as soon as you hit me with your 4th one, I'm hitting you with mine, and then I pin you and you kick out that too. Because that shit doesn't mean anything, bro.
Think about this? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a WWE fan arrested at Bash in Berlin. The WWE Universe has plenty of action to enjoy at Saturday's Bash in Berlin, and apparently some action after the show. Ringside users reporting, as people were leaving, 2 fans got into a fight. One fan was arrested right away, and a woman who was also involved was seen shouting. A video of the arrest has been going around online and is getting a lot of attention. The Instagram account Wicked Wrestling posted a video of the post-show dust-up, but sadly situations like this happen far too frequently at events besides wrestling, including pro sports games and concerts. And finally, JBL reveals why he's appearing outside of WWE. And last but not least, JBL's surprise appearance at a recent TNA event has fans curious as to why the Hall of Famer is popping up at shows outside the WWE. Well, the man himself mentioned, everybody thinks I'm doing this for the money, or it's because I have an itch, but honestly, I'm just recruiting for Triple H.
Yep.
JBL is a familiar face who is set to pop a crowd, but should outside promotions be wary of the WWE's sudden interest in working with them? JBL's comments about recruiting for Triple H mirror concerns some fans have about the WWE's collaborations with smaller promotions, and he said the WWE is preparing to sign talent from outside promotions while preparing them for the WWE style. For example, Joe Hendry, one of TNA's top stars, has turned NXT into his home away from home, and while his TNA contract still has plenty of time left, it's easy to see him jump to the WWE when it expires. By then, Joe will be familiar with the WWE style, which means he can jump to the main roster faster. NXT fans will be familiar with his work, and TNA fans will likely tune into NXT to watch him, adding to the NXT brand's audience. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know.
Yeah, man, good video. Honestly, a great weekend for WWE Bash in Berlin. Great PLE. I had a lot of fun watching NXT No Mercy. Even though I don't watch the weekly shows, but their PLEs hit, bro. Like all their matches are good. I don't know. Shout out Gulia, whatever. My future wife could have Japanese and black babies. I'm sorry. I'm trolling. See, I troll a lot. Anyways, like, comment, sub. I'll see y'all boys in the next one, man. Peace.